Hey everyone, Val and Steve here, and we did a little update on our weekend scuba diving training, and it didn't record, so we're going to try to re-record it. So we got there and we both passed our little exam that they gave us. We had already done all the online course, and we passed the online course, so we did have a little quiz once we got there. And then we went to the pool on Saturday and Sunday and did confined water diving skills, and it was with full wetsuit and tanks and everything. So you want to tell them a little about what it involved?
We had to, oh gee, I can't remember now. We had to take our masks off underwater, and then we were, I guess it was a minute that he timed us, and then after a minute we had to put them back on and clear the mask, get the water out of the mask. That was challenging. And then we had to do it again when we had full, we had gloves and hoods on, and it was a little more challenging trying to do that with those gloves, 7 millimeter thick gloves on, and trying to get it back on over your head with a hood. It was.
And we had to swim like half the distance of the pool and back.
Yeah, and then we
without the mask on, just the regulator in our mouth, and then
on one breath. It was like a simulation of you ran out of air and you were making an emergency ascent to the surface. So
that was hard.
Yeah.
I thought that was hard. Our beginner skill, when we first got in there, we had to float on our back for 10 minutes without stopping.
Some people didn't have any trouble with that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of fat on me, so I float.
I don't float well.
I float very well. And then we had to do swim with a snorkel in our mouth, with our head in the water for 6 full laps of 12 lengths of the pool. So we had to do that without stopping.
And we had to take our tanks off underwater and then put them back on.
Which was hard for the people who floated, because the tanks are heavy and I float, so I went to the top and the tank tried to go to the bottom.
What I think everybody had that problem, because the wetsuits that you're wearing want to make you that much more buoyant, want to make you want to float.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of acrobatics underwater going on with everybody taking their tanks off and then trying to get them back on.
Yeah.
Was not something that was easy.
No, it wasn't easy.
I mean, I definitely, after Saturday, I definitely felt it Sunday, and then Sunday evening, or by Sunday evening, my head was hurting.
Yeah, we were in the water on Saturday for 4 hours, and on Sunday for a good 4 hours each day, with the wetsuits and tanks and everything.
We started out with 3,000 psi in our air tanks, and by the time we got done, we were under 1,000 psi. That's how much air we used. So we were under a while.
We did a lot of underwater skills of removing the regulator from our mouth,
throwing it out, and then recovering it,
and then and putting it back in without going up to take a breath. And then they cut the oxygen off our tanks, and we had to indicate that we couldn't breathe. And then our buddy had to give us his regulator underwater. So there's a lot of skills like that. I had to drag Steve half the length of the pool, like he had passed out or something, simulate that we had to rescue somebody.
We took our masks off and we couldn't see.
Yeah, so we had to drag each other. So that wasn't too hard, though, because you kind of float on your back to do that. So
one person floats who's being rescued on their back, and the other one has a hold of the strap on their BCD, and it was definitely something that if you're not in shape, you definitely will have a hard time with it.
Yeah, it was challenging. I'm glad that I had lost the 24 pounds before I did it and had been walking and getting my cardio up and everything, because I told Steve if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have been able to make it through the weekend. I really don't think I would have. So I'm glad that I did that, thought ahead to do that. I'm going to continue working on my cardio, because we got to go back, and the weekend after next, Easter weekend, we're going to do two open water dives, one on two on
Four.
Saturday and two on Sunday. So to finish up our certification, and I guess on Saturday we'll be practicing some of the skills that we learned in the lake that we're going to, or the
We're
quarry.
definitely going to do the take your mask off and put it back on.
Yeah, and that's
And then I
not
guess
too hard.
on Sunday we'll do our own dive planning.
and execute a couple of dives. So it should be a lot easier, I think, than the pool. Hopefully.
I think so. I think it might be a little. It might be a little easier.
Because we just had to take the time to learn the skills, and if we didn't get them right, then we did them over, and learning different breathing skills and different rescue skills and stuff like that. So, like I said, it wasn't easy, but we made it through. We passed the weekend anyway, and we're on to our final weekend, and hopefully get our certification and be able to do some diving this summer. So.
The diving will be a lot more nicer because we don't plan on taking our masks off and don't plan on having to run out of air and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, because we'll watch our air levels, but we know what to do if it happens. So that's the point of it. So we don't panic, and we know what to do. So anyway, that was our update on our practice diving, or our skills, or whatever. Our first weekend of
scuba certification.
scuba certification. So just wanted to keep you updated, and we will catch you on our next video. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to, because we'll have some diving videos coming up in the near future, hopefully.
Don't give me a thumbs up. Give me a okay, because
Okay.
if you give me a thumbs up, that means I got to go to the surface.
That's right. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Bye.